Dark Knight's The Batman Who Laughs. So we finally get his origin story, and oh man, this is probably the one of the darkest stories I've ever read. Basically, a lot of bad things happen to a lot of good people. So we start with the Batman Who Laughs, and he's playing a card game. Well, you would think he's playing a card game. Looks more like he's just like reading a tarot to someone, but apparently it's a card game that we find out later on. And it's just like basically talking about a bunch of metaphors and yada 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 yada. So then we cut to a flashback and we see Batman. Well, we see Gotham City burning, and we see Joker, and he has Batman tied up and gagged. And Joker, through dialogue, we discover that he has killed Jim Gordon, and he has killed basically all Batman's rogue gallery villains. Because I guess Joker finally decided to take things seriously instead of taking things as a joke. So then we get to this page, and oh man, even looking at this page again is making me depressed. So we get a little girl, and she is walking down the alley with her parents, and she's happy-go-lucky until the Joker decides to murder both of them in front of her, and then she's like completely traumatized. And then Joker kind of says something to her, and she snaps. And basically, she is going to become a Joker in the future. You can tell by her expression. And it just gets worse. So we have Joker's crew bringing in a bunch of family members. Joker basically murders the parents in front of the kids and in front of Batman. And he does this over and over and over again. Batman finally snaps, he breaks out of the ropes, tackles Joker, and beats him to death. Well, he beats Joker, and then he grabs him into a chokehold, and he like snaps his neck. As Joker dies, we see like this green gas coming out of his mouth. And then we cut to 2 days later where we see Batman and Superman. They're looking at a bunch of little kids who have basically become mini Jokers. And I believe these are the Robins, the Goblin Robins. So we get the origin. We're gonna get the origin story for the Batman Who Laughs, and we got the origin story for the Goblin Robins, which is basically little kids witnessing their parents being murdered in front of them by the Joker. Oh man, it gets worse from here, folks. So yeah, basically Batman's watching over them. Superman's kind of worried about Batman after killing the Joker, and Batman kind of says like, he's glad that the Joker's dead. He is not happy that it had to come down to that, which kind of appeases Superman for a moment. And then we cut to 3 days later where we see Batman's Bat family, and they're undergoing a simulation. Basically picture the X-Men war room kind of thing. And they notice that the simulation is like really, really tough. Like basically they're like life or death. Like they're they're like struggling to survive this test. So basically Batman explains that Joker had this kind of virus inside of him. The virus kind of turns people into Jokers. Basically whoever is close to the Joker when he dies will become the next Joker. And Batman was close to him when he died. So Batman is literally becoming the next Joker. And the Bat family are kind of like under the impression that that's why Batman is putting them through tough, simulations so that when the time comes, they can finally stop Batman before he becomes, the next Joker. Because not only would he be like, crazy and murderous like the Joker, but now he has the brains, the strength, and the money of Batman to go along with it, which will just make him even more dangerous. And Batman kind of tells him, like, I brought you here not to help. I brought you here because I knew that you four would be the first to notice if anything was wrong with me, and I can't allow that to happen. And before they can react, Batman pulls out guns and murders everybody. Oh man, I mean, look at Barbara. God, this is. I mean, I am happy that Damien got killed. I know it's terrible for me to say, but I did derive pleasure from that. But it is kind of a shame to see Red Hood get killed. At least he's the only one that kind of put up somewhat of a fight, I guess. But yeah, I mean, just look at Barbara's face. God dang, this. Did you guys think that was the worst of it? Because it wasn't. It gets a lot worse. So we cut to the Watchtower where we see all the Justice League members brutally murdered. Basically, Batman is talking to Superman about how all those weapons that we collected from all the villains that we fought, and you kept on pushing for us to destroy them, but I wanted to keep them to see how they work. Well, now I do. I know how to work them, so now I know how to operate a bunch of Doomsday machines that could level cities in seconds. And basically, Batman infects Superman with this. God damn this. So, Batman infects Superman with basically like rage. And then he brings Lois Lane and John. And John is bleeding from his eyes and he's freaking out and scared because he can't see. And Lois is kind of freaked out as well because something is obviously wrong with her husband and son. And then Batman basically has this thing called Black Kryptonite that he tested on Supergirl first. And basically he caused Supergirl to rip her family apart before it killed her. And he throws it to Superman, who catches it. Now Superman, luckily we don't see this, but Superman rips his wife and son to pieces with his bare hands as Batman watches in glee. And then we see Batman talking with Barbados, and Barbados kind of transports him to other multi-universes so he can collect the other dark versions of Batman. And then we find out that the Batman Who Laughs is playing cards with Bruce, like the regular Bruce Wayne, regular Batman. Despite how smart Batman is, he keeps losing to the Batman Who Laughs. But here's the thing I found kind of interesting. It's like they're playing card games, but they're not really playing card games. Like, it looks more like tarot cards than anything else. So, I don't know. But I guess they are playing a card game, whatever. But yeah, the Batman Who Laughs basically says that, him and Barbados and their crew are going to win, and he starts laughing, and that's how it ends. So yeah, that was the origin story for the Batman Who Laughs. Oh man, I think I got to do like a comedy comic next, cause I'm like all depressed. I'm in a bad mood right now because of this comic. Like I said, it's a good issue, but damn, is it so dark and depressing, and it just leaves you like emotionally draining. I mean, we basically get Joker killing a bunch of parents in front of their kids. We get Batman murdering his Bat family, and just like the expression especially on Barbara's face, is horrifying. And then, he mutilates the Justice League. And then he gets Superman to rip his wife and kid apart with his bare hands. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. This video is gonna get demonetized. I just know it. It's gonna be like instantly demonetized. But yeah, that was the Batman Who Laughs. Like I said, it was a good issue. But yeah, have some comedy issues to read immediately afterwards, or maybe like do what I did and put on some Seinfeld or something, like something to get you in a good mood, because this will like totally bring down your day. I mean, like I said, it's good, but it's depressing and soul crushing and dark. Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Later.